So, Chad, as we get ready for our new season, the schedule has been decided. Again, we have conference games now, so there's not much we can do. This year, we are playing Air Force and Georgia Southern, so that was very kind. We're going to play both of these games at home as well for the sake of visits. And then for conference games, we have Western Kentucky, Hawaii, Troy, Mid-Ten State, Coastal Carolina, South Alabama, Georgia State, Miami of Ohio, Sam Houston, and UTEP. That is the easiest schedule we've had yet on paper. Doesn't mean it'll go well, but on paper, that's a really nice schedule. We'll get to our recruitment board in a minute. Before that, I want to go over what the team's going to look like, our red shirts, because, of course, we are going to have new players this year that we have renamed. So let's go over it. At quarterback, Dad Vibes, Clipboard Monitor, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Sir Action Jackson, and Distraction Jackson. We're going to redshirt the 3 freshmen for this year. We're going to redshirt the 3 freshmen this year. Dad Vibes is obviously our guy. At running back, Dr. Respect, Bunning Rack, Mr. Brightside, Weapon of Mass Depression, Jean-Claude Rob Van Dam, Crash D-Car, and Beef Blast Body. And freshman will sit out. Fullback, Gary Bananas. At wideout, DJ Rice, Brown Shoes Black Belt, Rico Crespo, even though we cut his brother, Rico's still here. Touchdown Judas, well, it's the Big Show, and Heidenreich. Chat went on a wrestling kick there. At tight end, P. Tier Griffin, Trayvon Chester, Hoy Ya, Jägermeister the 5th, and James Lang, a.k.a. Flubber. -1 for not saying it like his theme. Yeah, well, hey, I say it as I want to say it. At left tackle, Harry Nog. Left guard, Keith Knoll, Bob Backlund, and Head of Lettuce. Your centers, Rosala Endurance, Cankles Me, Cankles You, Larry Folk, TJ Horton, Have My Babies. Ooh. Kenneth Noisewater, Scoop, there it is, and Pee Wee Juniors. At right guard, Paul Sprinter. Right tackle, Yankel Rucker. Defensive end, Roid Rage Gage, Cradley Blooper, Heineken Blitzkrieg, and Quincy Doucette, who we did not rename because, again, wasn't a true freshman. The right side, Jerry Temple, Wyoming, no touching. If that's, if the glove doesn't fit, I almost read it as if that's love. What is love? We also have Kiff Croker, Dinkelberg, Brother Me Softly, and Cooster Noodleball. That's an obscene amount of centers. It really is, because they're all fucking terrible. Again, we brought in too many players last year. Defensive tackles, Ronnie Sherrod, Nasir Crossan, Jose Elliott, Tito Orcheeseman, Bad Dude Corn Pop, Wyndham Wyatt, and Ralph Wiggum. At linebacker, Terror in Your Face, Kobe Wananobi, My Mom Signed Me Up, and Bishop Sermons. Middle linebacker, 5-star In Ya Hot, Speed Walker Hips, and Snack Harlow. And on the right, Dwayne the Rock Lobster, Yam Time, Douchebag from Kentucky, right after we cut his brother, and Yuck Your Yum. Your corners, Antoine Sutton, Gil Judge, Zach Raymont, AJ Hawktua, Mike Emical Romance, Alex Moran, Goldberg Gotta Bad Wipe, 5-star Chess Prodigy, Nickelback, and Jordan Almond. At safety, Thad Castle and Pegleg. Strong side, Olem Pickrings II, Makachow ends up keeping his name, and Hans R. Sticky. Your kicker, 5-star Foosballer. Punter, Hide Your Couch, JD is here, along with Baby Shark, We'll actually redshirt the higher rated player. I mean, both these guys fucking suck. So what difference does it make? In terms of the depth chart for this year, and actually in terms of the roster, because we're not entirely done yet. We need to reward Dad Vibes for his performance last year. Dad Vibes is absolutely going to be a captain this year, right? I mean, he was instrumental in moving us forward. Bunning Rack also going to be a captain this year for his contributions last season, his immense contributions. From there, it's, there's an argument. Roid Rage Gage had some good times. Jerry Temple. There's an argument about who else should perhaps have that. Honestly, Gil Judge probably deserves one, but those two in particular absolutely get some letters. Absolutely. So the depth chart. What happens if a running back gets hurt? We're fucked. That's what happens. All right, Dad Vibes is our starting quarterback. The running back, Gary Bananas, might get a couple of carries. Bunning Rack is going to start over Dr. Respect. He earned it last year. At fullback. Good to go there. The wideouts this year, it is significantly weaker than it once was. Significantly. Concerningly weak compared to last year. We're actually going to put touchdown Judas over Rico Crespo. But the top two stay the same. Again, we do not really have that speed threat now. It's pretty rough. Tight end, Peter Griffin, Trayvon Chester. Everything there is looking good. Air quotes on good. On the O-line, we only had one left tackle. And it put the right tackle at left tackle and the left tackle at right tackle. And I just don't understand. My God, stop it. There we go. Left tackle. Harry Nog. Please. Where the hell is Harry Nog starting? Did I put him in at right tackle? Fuck's sake. Get Cankles in there. Left tackle, Harry Nog. Someone has to fill in for him. Cool. Left guard, Keith Knoll, Bob Backlund. And head of lettuce. Shitload of centers. Actually, really quickly. Yeah, left guard, we're fine. Center, we're fine. The overall difference is massive. Right guard, I think we only had one right guard as well. So this is going to be interesting. And then right tackle, we wanted Yankel Rucker. And again, if we need people to fill in, they can fill in. Beautiful. Left end. Got Gage, Blooper, and Heineken Blitzkrieg. Right side. Ooh, who's going to get the start here? Probably higher awareness for If the Glove. Jerry's got Pocket Disruptor, though. All these guys are decent, man. All these guys are decent. Let's go with Jerry Temple for that Pocket Disruptor. And then defensive tackle. Yeah, Ronnie Sherrod's the guy. For sure. Linebackers. Do we have another left outside linebacker? Yes, we do. My mom signed me up. So terror in your face, definitely the starter there. Middle linebacker. Again, I'm hesitant to use the word good. But you know what I mean. Speed, Walker Hips is actually going to be the starter there. And then on the right, and we talked about it, right side linebacker and just linebacker in general is a weakness this year. Compared to what we have seen in the past. But we will try to make the best of it, won't we? We will try. Corner is absolutely stacked. Honestly, we have too many corners, if I'm being honest. A little bit worried about the speed of Raymont, but the top two are Gross. They're so good. Bill Judge's man coverage is a little bit low, but it'll be fine. Free safety is looking fine. Strong safety is serviceable. Let's go with that. Our kicker is 5-star foosballer. Again, we are not going to be able to rely on special teams this year at all. Kick return. We'll just sort it by who's actually good at returns. That worked out well for us last year as opposed to just the fastest dudes. So by default, Rico Crespo. That's fine. Kickoffs. Foosballer makes sense. Long snapper. We're good. Third down back. It's going to be a lot of Dr. Respect and Bunning Rack this year, that's for sure. Unreliable special teams, nothing new around here. Exactly. Sort this by overall there for the wideouts. Except Dr. Respect is not very good at catching the football, because of course he isn't. Let's see. Rushing left end. We are definitely going with Roid Rage Gauge over Blooper. Right side. See the right side option. There's got to be somebody, right? There weren't 3 of them. Okay. I lied. We'll go with Jerry. And defensive tackle will be pretty straightforward. He's bad at catching the ball as he is from catching himself. There. All right. Rawson's in there. Linebacker. Pretty much as good as it's going to get. Nearly. Old terror in your face in there. Actually, no, I'd prefer it to be a middle linebacker, now that I think about it. Go with Inyahart as the starter there. And then corner, definitely Raymont. That's good. Okay, I think we're set up. Schedule's good. Red shirts are set up. Depth chart. In terms of the conference standings and who we're up against this year, this is the one conference featuring divisions. Now, that obviously means to get promoted, we have to win our division to get to the conference championship game. We are going up against 75 overall Coastal Carolina, 78 Charlotte, 74 Western Kentucky, an 80 for Miami U, a 78 for Sam Houston, as well as South Bama, and a 74 for UTEP. We are at a 74 overall. I am not exactly hoping for promotion this year. I'm hoping we just don't get relegated, right? Like, if we have to take a year or two to stabilize in this conference, get some 2 stars in, that's okay. It's Operation Don't Get Relegated. Within Conference USA, we have Antoine Sutton as our only preseason first team, all conference. So, looking for a big year from Antoine. Again, you would have seen our schedule already, so the last thing to do is to take a look at the recruitment board, where, again, we are allowed to go after 2 stars for the very first time. Out of the gates, that is. And actually, really quickly, what are our team needs? That is going to be pretty important, because we are going to have a lot of people to cut. So, a wide receiver, a tight end, and then technically on the O-line, it wants us to get 11 players, which we'll see. We technically have a lot of red shirts. Honestly, we have a lot of people. You know what? I honestly think we go for quality over quantity this year, based on how many people we brought in last. I still want to double check the numbers. Apparently, we need 4 linebackers. And then 3 members of the secondary. I mean, we're definitely looking for quality over quantity. Christ, you could argue freaking special teams right now is the biggest upgrade that we need. Let's actually go look at the team one more time. Rather than team needs, where are we the weakest right now? We'll still have dad vibes for another year, so we're not desperate for a QB. Got 2 decent running backs. We need help at wide receiver. Desperately. Desperately need help at wide receiver. The O-line, let's see, tight end, not a huge need. And honestly, we don't actually even need a tight end because we have a red shirt, so we're actually good there. On the O-line, let's see, we got 1 senior and Noel. We only have 1 senior on the O-line. I mean, I think, you know, upgrades could help, but it's not a huge need. Defensive end, we're good, at least on the left. We're good on the right, because Wyoming no touching is there in the system. Defensive tackle, that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big one, is defensive tackle. We got 3 seniors moving out. We do have quite a few freshmen in the mix. I'd say at least 1 defensive tackle. Let's see. Linebacker. In your face is a redshirt freshman. He's only going to get better. Middle linebacker. These guys are only going to get better. Yeah, I mean, they're not the best right now, but they're not the worst. You know, could we get some upgrades there? Yes, but it's not absolutely need. Corner, a lot of seniors, but we got a lot of sophomores who are ready to go. So honestly, I'd say defensive tackle, wide out, and special teams. Those are the big 3 to focus on right now. And then if we can upgrade our quality anywhere else after the fact, that's good. But these are absolutely the type of players to go after here. So let's look at 2 stars. And honestly, let's start with the special teams. We have 4 kickers. How many punters? Everyone. Every fucking punter alive is willing to come here. Including Pat Lesnar. I have not seen Lesnar in the name pool yet. Interesting. Not even going to bother with the 1 stars anymore unless we're desperate, right? So, this, you know, smartest way to go about this would probably be to focus on the punters that were interested in coming here in the first place. To try and maximize what we can do. So let's actually start off with them. Instead of looking at everybody, let's look for the quality out of the players that are interested in actually being here. At least have us in their top 8 at the moment. So that is these 4. Brian Mashad. How good are you, Brian? 82 power, 73 accuracy, only 49 awareness. That's not that bad. Ty Proctor. 83 power, 71 accuracy. Jameson Lacey, 86 power, 72 accuracy, and we're in first for him. And Pat Lesnar, 86 power, 68 accuracy. We'll take out Michaud, we'll take out Proctor. Let's go for Lacey and Lesnar. They would immediately improve our team drastically. Absolutely looking at those 2. Wide receiver was the next big thing. Unintended with Lesnar. However, I think we'll have plenty of time to look at wideouts. I want to know how many players have us high up on their board in every position. And we might be able to spread the wealth a little bit here. Because there's going to be plenty of wideouts, right? Yeah. Okay. So for the quarterbacks that are interested in coming here, we'll add them. Baker, what's up, man? We'll add the running backs. We got a couple of fullbacks that are interested, but again, we don't need fullbacks, so it's fine. And actually, if anybody was a JUCO, I'll have to double check the list after. It's fine. Yeah, we're not worried about a fullback this year. Wideouts. Target these top options. Tight end. Ignore the JUCO. Every offensive tackle under the sun is willing to come here. Every offensive tackle under the sun. Every guard under the sun is willing to come here. Jesus. All right. Well, we have the time to scout these guys out. If there's any busts, we can obviously move on. But like I said, I think at this point, we can actually start looking for quality because we know the roster is rough. So out of these quarterbacks, 81 throw power for Lamar Toomer. We're going to rule him out. These other three, though. Hugh Mayer, great name. No mentals. I'm going to rule him out. If we keep quarterbacks, it'll either be Coco, Lanovoy, or Raheem Irving that are the most interesting. For the running backs, Ty Fedorowicz. He's good. He's fast. What about Johnny Missouri? Oh my God, what a name. Johnny Missouri. He is fast. I mean, receiving back. What about Anthony Bynum? Also not looking that bad. And then Jimmy Witherspoon. We won't be able to finish looking at. So we're definitely taking a slow and steady approach to recruitment this season. Trying to make sure we kind of get the best of the best. As opposed to, you know, quantity over quality. Because we did that last year, so... So obviously week 0, we don't have a game scheduled. Let's keep looking at some of these guys. Lacey and Lesnar, we're looking good for both of them. So let's get the bare minimum 5 points on. Quarterbacks, I'm not going to focus on yet, although we are in second for Irving out of the gates. Honestly, let's do the bare minimum. Let's do the bare minimum just because of the quality improvement that we'd see. For the running backs, let's keep looking at Jimmy Witherspoon. And as long as they're not a bust, we'll keep looking at them. If they're a gem, we'll take a look at the attributes and see how they compare to everybody else. Let's see, Sam Gupta, fast as hell. And then Chauncey Gallo. Mr. Gallo. Hitting dingers. Good attributes, no abilities, no mentals. He's also a sophomore JUCO. We're going to rule him out. Gupta at least has the natural and winning time. Everybody else at least has something going for him. The common theme just seems to be speed. 88 speed for this guy. Isaac Brandon only has an 84. We'll rule him out. 85 speed for Witherspoon. 86. 86. 88 for Fedorowicz. And we're in the second for Witherspoon. It's not too bad. I think, again, just because we know, like, positions of need, the upgrades. I mean, it's wide receiver, it's kicker, punter, and then, like, defensive tackle because we're going to lose some people. But if we just put up a basic level fight for some of these guys, show that interest, we know they would improve the team. There's nobody yet, though, where I'm like, max points immediately. We can't miss out on that guy. For the wideouts, Frederick Reese. 93 speed at wideout. Only 68 catching. His route running isn't great. 5'9". I mean, that's his deep route sucks, too. Literally, the only thing he can do is run fast in a straight line. That's it. He can't do anything else. Alejandro Emmanuel II. 81 speed, 88 jumping, 70 catching. Ugh. Yeah, it's not great either. So he at least has more technical ability, but he can't move. Bryce Tonges. We are out of points for you, Bryce, but it's not looking too hot. We'll see what happens heading into next week. Like I said, not afraid to go slow and steady. We know we'll get recruits. I'm not looking for a full class. And we start off our season this year against Air Force. But one more bit of focus on recruiting before we worry about our first game. Quarterbacks were looking good. Running backs were all looking decent. Okay, actually. Quarterbacks, we're looking okay. Running backs, Witherspoon, we're in first for. Bynum, we're out. We're way too far behind Cincy. Everybody else, though, we are looking kind of okay for now. Let's see. Bryce Donges. 82 speed, 88 jumping. He's very similar to Emmanuel. We'll compare them shortly. Corey Epperson. 95. Oh, baby, let's go. 95 speed gem. Has 72 catching at least. There's our first player we're going all in for. The 5'9" wideout, Corey Epperson. There we go. That's what we were waiting for. Brian Zachhaus. 78 speed. No. And then Mitch Lane. 88 speed, 88 jumping at 6'4". Ooh. His catching itself isn't great. His spec catching traffic, not bad. You know? I think I like Mitch Lane. And Ponges was not the fastest. He and Emmanuel are just a shit version of Lane, and then at least Frederick Reese is fast. So, you know, for Mitch Lane, bare minimum, scholarship and 5 points. Same for Reese. But Epperson is our first, like, absolutely target that guy. The two tight ends. We got Deshaun Rashid. 80 speed. Decent catch. He's not bad. And then Rico Cone. 83 speed, 75 catching, has recoup. They're both okay. I just don't know if I want them taking up space. You know? Like, they're fine, but they're not that great. They're fine, they're not that great. Would they be an improvement? Yes. We'll take a look at least. I mean, they're going to be the easiest players to get. I can see why this would be difficult when you got to spend 50 hours. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll keep the both of them for now. And then we only got 5 more points, so there's nothing we can do with it for this week. But we'll start looking at the O-line for players that were interested in us. But before we can do that, Ball State takes to the field in Conference USA. Although it is, of course, our first 2 games of the year, non-conference. We have Air Force first. Again, they are higher rated than us. We're only a 74, but I genuinely believe we're going to be better than that this year. I think we are much better than what we look like on paper. I hope to be proven right, but maybe I won't be. You never know with a team like this.
Welcome to Muncie, Indiana, home of the ball.
Sweet, beautiful Muncie. These boys have a lot to live up to compared to, you know, what happened last year. But again, we're not looking for an immediate promotion. We are looking for stabilization in this conference. Just don't take a step back. That propel your drink. It is, actually. It is. Beautiful flavored water. First quarter against the force from the air. We're down 10-0. Not great. Make that 13-0. Our offense is struggle busting early. Boys, you got to find a way to put some points on the board here. It's not McSperry, it's grape. Dude, our offense is really struggling here. So was theirs for that matter, but this has been rough. Fumble recovered by Air Force. Okay.
They go to the ground.
My optimism
Nowhere to run on that
for this season
on the carry.
has evaporated
Remaining here as they try to
rather quickly.
before halftime. Looking to throw on second down.
Picked. It should have been.
It is
I couldn't get it to lobbing him over. Oh, man.
4 seconds remaining.
Well, the good news is this is non-conference.
One final play of the half.
Lethal we did, yeah.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose.
The good news, non-conference. Open for pass interference. We are down 27-0
That's the end of
at home
means it's time to join Kevin.
against Air Force.
And the Cardinals will boot
I don't even know with last year's team if we'd have the magic to overcome a 27-0 deficit at halftime.
return inside his 5.
That is pretty extreme. Fumble
But the ball pops out on the return.
recovered by Ball State.
By the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
And this kickoff coverage team.
Is there still some Ball State magic left over from last year?
Create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive.
Is there some magic left to be seen?
It's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the
We could not have asked
spread me out, make me
for a better start
You could tell they got on the edge,
to this half.
got the big first down.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it.
Touchdown Cardinals.
He's sprinting.
We're on the board.
Touchdown.
A fumble, recovered 2 plays later. We're in the end zone for the first time this year.
It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit
We still got a long way to go, but there's another touchdown for Bunning Rack.
because they got to put this thing in turn.
Those shovel options are fucking sweet.
Getting set for the point after.
Our kicker is going to be so
And for a quick update, let's
risky to use this year. I missed some kicks last year with Corville. Like, this guy's accuracy is scary.
Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program.
I just do that 3 more times.
About as good as anyone. These kids are tough.
All right, boys, let's see what kind of defense we can play. It wasn't great for most of the first half.
Trailing by 3 to SMU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered.
Nice.
Best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And out
Obviously, we cannot let them have too much possession time.
picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And he
Okay, 3rd and 8.
nowhere.
And we know they're going to run the option a lot, so
If they can convert here, that
send them
play can really give you a shot of momentum.
and be ready
3rd and long, and he'll try
in
to
the middle.
go for it.
Quarterback in trouble. Down he goes. Ball State
At the 7.
looking good to start the second half.
We know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit, they were able to bring him down for a
Okay,
on the sack.
we might have some life here.
Punt unit.
There might, in fact, be some more magic left
Rid of the ball.
for the boys at Ball State. Oh, Crespo, you.
Looks as if we have an
Peg
injury
leg got
on the
hurt for us.
play, and we'll take a break to
That's
check
not
him
good.
out.
Crespo is a little bit slow in terms of his acceleration.
Short field.
So I am immediately going to throw him the football.
Play complete.
Nearly got the first.
Line on first down.
Bruised ribs for Peg leg.
Really nice catch.
We'll substitute him out.
Run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having
That shovel option going, huh?
either direction, you can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
Fighting off the
The
defense.
flip into the middle.
He'll finally make the tackle, but that option was
Give me that first down.
perfection. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down.
These boys have a lot to try to live up to. Oh, the spin by Brown Shoes Black Belts.
2nd and 1.
And a big
Woo.
play on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is
Oh, baby.
ball out in front.
Almost just stood still.
It's what helped that guy get extra yards.
This could be the right time to take a shot here. Oh, shit. Can you move in motion fast enough, buddy?
Off the Sliding to the right, still trying to make a play.
I'm glad he didn't fumble. That guy was fast.
The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field.
Again, the shovel option could work here.
They'll run the option.
Shovel option. Overpowered. Bunting rack to the end zone again. Let's go. We're fighting. The clock is our enemy. But the read option, audible out to the shovel. Reading their defense perfectly, and it's working. It is working. The only concern I have is we're kicking against the wind in the fourth quarter. Like I said, I don't think we can really rely on this kicker, so.
And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13.
Our kicker can't hit the end zone with the wind.
Here he comes from inside his own.
We had a lot of extra special teams plays this year. All right. We did well last time. Can we do it again? Stadium's got a bit of a pulse now. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Just keep blitzing the shit out of them. Keep blitzing the shit out of them. Force them to throw the football, which they don't want to do.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field.
Let's go.
The dream drive for this offense.
Go, let's go. Try to force them to throw.
On third down, he drops to throw.
I fucked up. That's on me. That's totally on me. Left it open. That was my coverage that I just totally blew. Air Force has 7 takeaways. What happened before you hopped in? We'll have to check. That defensive fault was totally on me. I did not think they were going to actually be able to throw the ball there. I thought our pressure would get there before. Yeah, we'll have to double check the turnover. By the blitz, by the blitz, not so much. I mean, it literally was. I didn't play where I was supposed to play with that safety.
On second down, looking again to throw. And that's going to be
a knockout.
A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
One more here. One more, boys. One more.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose.
See if he can hit this field goal. They're a little bit off center. See if Mike can get there. And that'll be the end of the quarter. Okay. We're still up against it again. We don't have the same pressures this time as last, you know? Like, we can afford to lose a non-conference game and still accomplish our goal.
They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board.
Kick's good. Okay. We were down 27-0 at halftime. It's now 30-14. We're not done yet. Obviously, if we score, we're going to have to start looking at 2-point conversion attempts, though.
Through the end zone, it's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. On that,
we're going to play our game. I think we can take a shot. Take a shot. But we don't have the burner speed that we used to have, and unfortunately that was a bad throw by me, or it would have been good. Overcooked it.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz.
Some blocking. The juke works for black belt. Not bad. We're not done.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Run by Bunting. Haven't gone to it yet in this game. Break out that jet sweep. Dr. Respect. Can he take it to the house? We do not get the blocking. That's going to be a hold, I'm sure. Pretty disappointing from our line there.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see see if it costs this offense here.
By pretty disappointing, I mean very disappointing.
Line getting set on second down.
And safety.
On the option.
I should have held it.
He'll pitch it. Makes it past the mark.
You know, next time something shitty happens, I have no room to complain. That should have been a pick six. I don't know why I didn't shoot that gap. He somehow missed it. That should have been a pick six. Christ, I feel like I should frickin' spike the ball here or take a knee just to try to even us up a little bit. It's like I should punt it.
And he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense.
Oof. Shoulder.
Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the
All right, now is about the time to take a shot here. That was about that time.
good spot after that 7-yard pickup on
Do have
first
two
down,
safeties.
2nd and 3. Off play action.
Nobody's open.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play.
To make sure we avoided intentional grounding, but yeah, they weren't having it.
To play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to
Liking
go with
that.
it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
He'll keep it himself.
Yep.
And he scoots his way to
Get the first. We still have some room to take our time.
This quarterback doesn't
Don't have to immediately go for it.
preparation. Watching
We know we're going to need another defensive stop anyway.
the ball on these types of run plays. Great job keying on the defender and quickly making
Oh, unfortunately, the blocking game right now is leaving a little bit to be desired.
And I like this. I want to find my running back. But man, he's got to do a little more.
Safety's back. We'll run this
I
sweep.
need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up
Couple yards at least.
get a big play out. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks.
All right, they're starting to run low on time.
Flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback.
Just got to make sure we get into the end zone at least.
It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Got to make sure we get there.
Good job after dropping back to pass and understanding the situation, and a nice heads-up play. Slide. Live to fight another down. Don't try to make a bigger play and run through somebody big and get yourself hurt.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toe.
Let's go.
And he'll sprint in.
Okay. A little bit more life.
And I tell you what,
Woo, dad vibes, man. He's got some mobility. He's not the most mobile quarterback we've ever used, but
I need an
he's definitely got some mobility.
mobility just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
We need 2 here. We need 2. And you know what that means. Time to break out the monster.
Philosophy on going for
They got it covered well, but it might go because the read there is on the right.
slams ahead.
He got it.
There for the 2-point
Worried about the clock? Well, this is a 1-possession game now, and we needed our defense to make a stop.
play score.
As it is, they still need to.
They punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
We're having a lot more success this year compared to 14. The ability to run the ball out of that scenario.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll
Okay.
be stopped at the 17.
Keep blitzing.
Air Force has it back in the foul.
That is the way.
Turns to the field.
Blitz, blitz, and blitz again.
Smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit
Unfortunately,
of offense too, David. I think
that first blitz didn't go too well.
makers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
There we go. That's better.
They try the middle.
Still have the clock to our advantage here as well. Play type, blitz, man blitz. Sam Crash one.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way
Final
down.
play before the 2-minute warning.
Give to the fullback.
Okay.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd.
So obviously we get a free timeout here. One play. They get a first down. We're going to have to let them wind down the clock a little bit. If they don't,
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away.
we call a timeout.
They'll run the option.
Quarterback trying to go. He's down. There's the timeout.
The tacklers, but he was
And we're going to have 2 minutes with 2 timeouts
defense uses a timeout
to try and tie this football game.
to preserve time for their offense.
I mean, again, Air Force, they sim well. Oh, my God. I thought for sure that was getting blocked that time.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content
Okay.
making the fair catch right around the 30.
Here we are.
Ball State takes over the football and the
We got plenty of time on the clock here. Ooh, one safety.
where you impose your will. That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown.
We still have the 2 timeouts.
Nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be
Shit, they're moving back.
surrounded,
Is that a
the run
fake
is
or-
coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front.
Out of the bounds. Got a couple yards out of it.
They know you're running it.
Didn't really see anybody open. They did a good job at disguising their coverage.
Second down for this offense.
Guy on the left looks like he's not going to cover black belt, and he didn't.
Using
Good
the
blocking. Brown shoes, black belt. Out of bounds. Up to the 45. We'll just chunk them for the yardage if that's what they're going to leave open. And again, it doesn't look like they're going to cover the bubble. This time they did.
handoff from the shotgun.
Nowhere to go.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They are doing a decent job of disguising
Line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out.
their coverage.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake.
We're not going to get much out of that at all. We got a yard.
And the defense settled in. Fuck. For a short gain.
I didn't know if there was anybody else that was more open than that. It just wasn't looking good.
Guys that they're so quick.
Out of nowhere, they started bringing more pressure, and it's costing us.
You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers.
You have to hold that. You have to. Secure catch. And somehow he doesn't hold on.
Defense that time forcing the incompletion. They-
That might cost us the game. It might be just too much
One more stop,
to have to overcome.
they might win this game.
Gotta have it here on 4th down.
We're going right back to him.
The tight end.
And this time he got it.
First down and maybe a lot more.
Trust.
They get him on the ground after he
Trust, trust, trust.
Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up.
So got 2 timeouts.
Structure of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here.
Take a shot here.
feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in it. So put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute.
There's no one open.
Give your team a chance to win.
And with not much
Yeah.
doing downfield, he found his
I'm having trouble reading them.
hands and threw it to him.
They're really disguising things well.
Now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced.
Got out of bounds, got out of bounds, got out of bounds.
So they've got to
3rd and
make
8.
some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to.
They are a pain in the ass. Is what they are being.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. He looks that one in nicely.
There we go. Up to the 17. Still have 2 timeouts.
Knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? You got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
That's what you
Gonna have to be a timeout.
Senior, don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout.
They are still doing a hell of a job of covering the run in a situation where you wouldn't really be expecting them to cover the run.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
Got some blocking. Up to the 1 for Dr. Respect. Up to the 1.
It's so hard for a defense.
You know what that means.
Like that because it really forces.
Time to break out the monster.
You see the pre-snap just running across the field and he's going to run a route.
We're a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. We have the timeout left to opt out if they have it perfectly covered.
Late in this ball game, time's running out. It's not on your side. I gotta find my play, my best 2-point conversion to go tie this puppy up.
What's the situation? Left side, they only have 2. They might have 3. This is close. But we live by it. We die by it. And tonight, we're living. That was close. That was incredibly close. We have tied this football game. That was so close, man. We just got the blocking that we needed. What were we, 3 for 3 on the monster? Can you audible from the monster? Only to one other passing play, which is fade routes. That is typically why I just go for that particular play. To a different formation, I don't think it lets me based off of the personnel on the field. And with that, we're going to overtime.
Because you need to take shots beyond the sticks.
We've at least battled back enough to force overtime against Air Force. Would all be for naught.
And these teams have played so well.
The boys still got some magic with them.
How about a little free football?
Clutch factors there. 7 first half turnovers when he came back, right? We are going to play defense first, as we typically do. You know, we're going heavy on the man blitz. It's only going to punish us if I brutally fuck up and don't cover the middle like I'm supposed to. Or if we lose every blocking battle. That's not great.
The Falcons are threatening in the red zone.
Crowd the line.
On the option.
There we go. That's the way to do it. Cover the middle. Cover the middle. Don't let him pull the bullshit.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick hitting play. Till you get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him.
Yep. Nowhere to go. One more stop. One more stop. Force him to kick a field goal. Get a quarterback spy out to the left that I'm going to take control of instead. Or not. I fucking player switched at the wrong time. But we still got the stop. That's huge. That's huge. The one time they abandoned the fucking running game, they scored on me. But here we go. Field goal to tie, touchdown to win. Start this season off right. And you know we got to do it. We got to see if we can be one and done here. Got to see if we can be one and done. Dr. Respect. Will we finally get the blocking we've been missing all game? No. But that is our most successful jet sweep of the game. At least out of the Wildcat.
That play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of...
They are really stacking the line here. I don't like this, but I do like the opt-out to the shovel.
And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
The option look.
Eli Manning's eligible for the Football Hall of Fame. He is, and to be honest, he should make it first ballot. I'm sorry, he should. That's as a Patriots fan. That man should be first ballot.
Running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will.
Pickup of 2, not bad.
Well, they're going to RPO. Nice job handing it off and really good vision there. Just getting what he can get.
And even the stacked box here.
Gets forward, helps this offense find positive.
There it is! Ball State come back and beat Air Force in overtime. There is still some magic in these Cardinals. Whew. Oh. I mean, the fact that, like, I don't know how the hell I've been so efficient in these comebacks, except for JMU at the end of last season.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw?
We get the win over Air Force. Big way to start off our season with a non-conference win.
Such an exciting game, up and down.
Hopefully we see a little bit more confidence and composure out of this team for the rest of the season. Because, yeah, that first half was atrocious. It was 4 turnovers. It might have shown 7, but we fumbled 3 times in the first half and threw a pick. I mean, the fact we were able to survive that is astonishing. We know who the fumbles were from. All wide receivers. One drop. I can't even see the fumbles from there. But yeah, we 3 fumbles and a half and an interception. Air Force had us dead to rights until they didn't.